guys, today I will teach you all about the different types of foundations and I will show you how I do my base makeup. So let's begin. Anime, cartoon and game characters have perfect skin. While this isn't achievable for everyone, there is a way you can achieve perfect skin. Using a foundation. Foundation is used to correct your skin color and create one uniform color all over your complexion. There are a lot of types of different foundations on the market today. The most popular one is the liquid foundation. This foundation comes in a wide range of different types of coverage. From light coverage if you only want to correct your skin tone, to heavy, full coverage if you want to cover up scars, blemishes and even tattoos. If you have dry skin, I recommend using a foundation that hydrates your skin. Try and search for a foundation that has a water type consistency. Foundations for dry skin usually have a dewy finish. Stay away from any foundation that mattifies your face and go easy on the powder. If you feel like you have applied too much powder, you can always grab a little spray bottle and fill that with rose water. This will help to get rid of the powdery finish. You can also use my primer / setting spray for this trick. I will leave the link for that in the description box below. For normal to combination skin, you can pretty much use any type of foundation you like. If you get oily around the T-zone area, I recommend using a mattifying foundation or a mattifying powder around that area. If you have oily skin, try and find a foundation that has a matte finish and is oil-free. Try and stay away from anything that has a dewy finish, because the products in that foundation may contain a lot of hydrating products that will help your oil production. Besides liquid foundations, you also have cream foundations. Cream foundations have a medium to full coverage and work the best on normal to combination skin. Cream foundations may not be ideal for oily skin. They may shift during the day and make you look very greasy. If you have dry skin, I recommend using a very good moisturizer before you prime your face and using a hydrating primer. After that, you can mix a little bit of your cream foundation with your moisturizer and that makes the application part a lot easier. Powder foundations are great for people that don't like to wear makeup or are just starting out wearing makeup. They have a light coverage and they come in two types, a loose powder and a compact powder. Every type of skin can use this type of foundation. If you have dry skin, I recommend using a good moisturizer and then priming your face to get rid of any dry patches. You can also use a powder foundation as an extra step to give more coverage to your foundation. Airbrush foundations can be used by every type of skin. They are most used at weddings because they give full coverage without looking like you have a lot of foundation on your skin. They come in two types, water-based and silicone-based. Use a silicone-based airbrush product if you want your makeup to be waterproof, sweatproof and last all day. I will make a more detailed video about how to use an airbrush and the different types of airbrush makeup in the future, so stay tuned for that. If you're going to buy a foundation for your cosplay, keep in mind you don't buy a foundation that has a lot of sunscreen in it. The reason why is because sunscreen is made to reflect sunlight from your face. So, when a flash fires directly at your face, the result is known as flashback. It's literally your face reflecting the flash back at the camera. It can make you look ghostly or make you look like you're wearing a lot of baby powder on your face. The simplest way of avoiding this problem is to do always a makeup test before a convention. You can also go to a dark room and make a picture with the flash setting on your mobile phone or with a camera. Sometimes it isn't even your foundation that causes this problem. It can also be your concealer or the powder that you use. So every time you buy a new product for your cosplay makeup, make sure you do a little photo test. Now there was a lot of talking, now let's move on to the application part. Okay, let's get started. So the first thing you want to do is apply a primer, because you want your makeup to last all day. Today I'm using the Catrice Prime and Fine Pore Refining Anti-Shine Base. Mattifying, long-lasting and it's oil-free. And primer is super important if you have super dry skin or oily skin. Because if you have dry skin, primer will fill in all the dry patches on your face, and if you have super oily skin, it will help control the oil production in your skin. So apply your primer all over your face and down your neck. Before we move on to foundation, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to correct my skin. This means correcting any pimples I have. I have a lot around my mouth, and I'm gonna correct my dark circles to make them less intense. You can use concealer for this. I'm gonna use concealer for this, but you can also use a primer that has a corrector in it. I will make a different video about different primers and how to use them. That will be up in the future. As you can see, I have a lot of tiny little red spots, and for that I'm gonna use green. This green. And using a small little brush, I'm gonna apply the green corrector to my spots. So here, what is left, I also like to apply around my nose because that's a little bit red. And I've got a spot here. And with a clean finger, I'm gonna just add this into my skin. And if you have like dark circles a lot, you can use orange, like this color, to correct the color a little bit, to make it easier when you apply foundation and concealer afterwards. So I'm using a tiny bit, and I'm using my fingers. I'm just gonna pat this under my eyes. And you really need to be careful that you don't apply too lot, so blend it very well. I'm gonna use the MAC Studio Fix Fluid for my foundation, and this color isn't like the right color for my skin, so I'm gonna correct the color of the foundation a little bit. And to do that, all you will need is grease paint. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select white, and I'm gonna select a little bit of yellow because I don't want my foundation to be too pink because it looks weird and it doesn't match my neck. There are a few tools you can use to apply your foundation. You can use your fingers. You can use a stipple brush. You've seen me use this a lot. I really like this brush. You can also use a foundation brush. This one I don't use like to blend it very much, maybe to spread it all over my face, but not to blend it. I don't really like this brush that much. And you can also use a beauty blender. For my under eyes, I'm gonna use the Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer from Catrice. Now you want to set all of your hard work with powder. I'm gonna use the Makeup Studio Translucent Powder for this. Okay, now you're done with your base makeup. Now you can move on to your eyebrows or do your eyes, whatever you like. I've made a video in the past about how to contour. If you want to check that out, I will leave the link to that video in the description box below. I'm gonna finish up my own makeup and I will be right back. Okay, I have finished the rest of my makeup, and now as one final step, I'm gonna spray my face with a primer spray. This is the DIY I made a while back. I will also link this in the description box below. And this will just take away the powdery finish and make sure your makeup lasts all day. Just let this soak into your skin. Okay guys, that was my video on the basics of foundation. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. And if you like our videos, feel free to subscribe. I will see you very soon in my next video. Take care guys!